You talked about the domestic violence incident at her apartment,
Yeah.
but then a couple of times later, another incident happens.
Yeah. So before I say that, um, I realized that this was getting dangerous now at a certain point, because there was a time before I saw him hit her again, or this time I didn't see it. I heard it. I'll explain. But there was a time that they invited me to to a hotel, and Diddy opens the door, and he's like, "Yo, Playboy, I don't think this is gonna happen today." And he invites me into the room, and I see Cassie completely laid out. You ever seen like those movies where maybe they'll have a scene in it where some dead body is just laying out half on the couch, half off, just laid out like this?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how she was, man. She looked dead, but you could see that she was breathing and like, but she was passed out. And so I was like, oh yeah, nah, this ain't. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. She all right, bro? Yeah, she all right, bro. She just took too much of some that she, I told her not to take that much or whatever. So I left. And then I heard from them maybe a couple of weeks later. But yeah, to get to the part that you were talking about, we were once again at the Jeremiah Essex House Hotel on in Central Park West, or Central Park South, excuse me. And yeah, we were in the middle again of one of our sessions, and all of a sudden I just hear slamming all over the room and screaming, "I'm sorry, please, I'm sorry, stop, I'm sorry." And so finally Diddy comes and slams open the door and basically butt ass naked, just a robe on, walks out of the hotel room. And that was my answer again, right there. You see, I was very aware of what was going on, right? And I was paying attention. So the fact that he walked out of that hotel room with no clothes on and didn't come back for like 10, 15 minutes told me what I needed to know. There are goons somewhere on this floor. He has another room full of people in case he needs them, that are going to come in here and handle business if I think I'm going to get out of pocket in any kind of way with this dude, right? For doing what he's doing in front of me. So he leaves. Cassie comes running out of that bedroom. She jumps into my lap, and she is literally like a shake weight. Like, you know those things that, like, you hold them and shake them. That's how hard she's shaking in my lap. And that was the first moment that I really had to try to get her away from him. I was begging her. I was trying to convince her so badly. Please go to the police. I got your back. Please, let's go. You need to leave. You're in danger. All of this stuff. And, she tried convincing me that she's fine. And, she needed to do something different or something. She said something to the effect of that. And then I'm like, no, you have to understand you're in danger. She just starts kissing me, man. Like, and I'm pretty sure it was to shut me up. But that was the first time that we actually got that intimate, because she would save things like that for him. Like actually getting that intimate to kiss the guy or whatever the case may be. Well, at least in my case. And so, yeah, we started going in. And, after the first time he hit her in front of me, I may have seen them a couple of times after that. And I had erectile dysfunction, man, the whole time. There was nothing that I could do to get up. He would try to give me like Cialis and stuff, and it wouldn't work, man. I was traumatized after that, bro. Like I felt so guilty that I did not do anything during that session, that I was completely in my head after that, 100%. But this session, I had no problem getting up until I see Diddy pop his head around the corner, and he's like sneaking, and he's like, he sees me see him, and he comes back like this, and I'm like, yo, bro, this weird man. Like, yeah, bro. So after that, it was done, bro. Right back down again. I was fine. Like, I wasn't good anymore. So
Okay, so now you've seen two violent sessions
Correct.
between Diddy and Cassie. You came back one more time after that?
Possibly. I told you the time frame gets jumbled up. That could have been the last time that I saw her. Or I may have seen them once or twice after that. But the only reason that I was going back was because I was trying to convince her to leave him. I was trying my hardest. Cassie had this thing where she only responds to text messages when she wants you to come do a freak off. That's it. Doesn't matter what you text her. Doesn't matter, yo, I saw this and congratulations on that. Whatever. You getting no. Can I have your STD results? You getting no responses, bro. So, I used to even try to bait them into feeling like I was ready to do a freak off, and I would send them text messages, like sexy sexual text messages or whatever. Because Cassie used to ask me during the beginning of our relationship or our situationship, to send her freaky text messages because it turned her on and she liked that kind of stuff. So I even tried baiting it, but that was my way of trying to, see if she was okay and tried to get her to please leave, go to the cops, do something other than what you're doing right now, because I don't want to wake up one day and hear that you're dead.